Okay, great. So you will be learning uh, wordy-wise 300. It's in the 7th level. Okay. So now we are going to learn about vocabulary words, some words, and then the meaning, and we are going to use it in some sentences. Okay. Okay, great. So now here, can you read the word there?
Abate?
Abate. Okay. Are you familiar with this word or have you heard this word already?
No.
Not. Okay, you're not familiar with this. Okay. So abate is a verb. Okay. So it's a verb which means to become weaker or to decrease. Okay. So that we will really understand the word itself, okay, we are going to use it into a sentence because Suyon, we individuals or we people don't usually understand with just the meaning only of the word, right? So it's hard sometimes to understand when reading the meaning. That's why we always use it into a sentence so that we can understand the word itself. Okay, so can you read the example sentence here?
The speaker waited until the applause had abated before continuing.
Okay, the speaker waited until the applause had abated before continuing. So, what do you think the situation of this sentence, Suyan?
Mm, but I don't know the meaning of applause.
Okay, applause is, for example, like y- uh, clapping of hands, like doing like this. Okay,
Ah,
for yes. Okay, so I think this one. Okay, the situation here is like there is a guest speaker speaking in front of many people, and they're doing applause, right? Yes. Okay, and he uh he will just continue. Okay, until the applause will
right.
abate.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes. Do you understand already the situation,
yeah,
Suyan?
yeah.
Yes. Okay. So before continuing, because it's not good that you are speaking and then the applause is very loud, right? You need to abate. Okay. So now here, unabated. Okay. Unabated. There is another word which is unabated. Okay. So unabated is showing no sign of weakening, showing no decrease. So as you can see, there is really a difference. Okay. So this is abate. When we put the word on, it's totally the opposite of its meaning, right? Okay. So look at the example sentence. Can you read this?
Represented, Representative Millett showed unabated enthusiasm for campaigning for the Senate seat, even though he had been twice defeated for that office.
Okay, great. So Representative Millay showed an unabated enthusiasm for campaigning for the Senate seat, even though he had been twice defeated for that office. So can you try to give me your opinion about this sentence? What did you understand? Can you give me a simple explanation?
Mm, but I don't. I also don't know the meaning of enthusiasm or and campaigning and
Okay.
Senate.
Okay, okay. It's okay. So do you know politics?
Yeah.
You know politics. So when they run for a position in the politics like president, right? They do campaigns, right? They do campaigns. And enthusiasm is showing something that you're really passionate, you really want to. Okay? So you can see here this sentence is talking about Representative Malay showed unabated enthusiasm. It means he is not weak when it comes to getting attention of the people, because he or she wants to win
Uh,
the election, the politics. So for example, the president. Okay, the president is um showed unabated enthusiasm or passion so that he can win. So it means he is really strong. In another sentence, he is really strong. He really wants to win. Okay, he doesn't want to be weak, because the word abate is to become weak, right? So if you want to win the election, even though like a class president in your school, you need to be unabated. Okay, you need to do some campaigns. Okay, so that is unabated. Okay, do you understand it? Is it clear now, Suyan?
yeah.
Okay, because this sentence here is quite deep. Okay, that's why I need to narrow it down so that you can understand. So it's just an example, like you run for a class representative, like your classmates will vote for you, but you need to put on many words, like if I will win, I will do this, if I will win, like that, right? So you need to do a campaign. So enthusiasm campaign, you're showing passion, you really want it. Okay, so you need to have unabated enthusiasm. Okay, so that
Okay.
is bait or a bait. Okay, so next we have here.
Acknowledgeable.
Okay, read one more time.
Acknowledgeable.
Okay, acknowledge.
Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Okay. Yes, acknowledge. Okay. When we say acknowledge, is it's an action word, right? Okay. What does it mean by acknowledge?
To admit the existence of.
Okay, to admit the existence of. So did the teacher acknowledge that you had turn in your paper? So acknowledge means your teacher already knew that you already submitted a paper. Okay, that is acknowledge. Okay, for example, um, for example, uh, you will send a letter to your friend, and your friend will say, "Oh, I acknowledge it." Okay, so it means the your friend already received it, admit that there it's already there. Okay? So now, how about the other um meaning of acknowledge? Can you read the meaning and the example of it?
To express recognition or thanks for. The new Wimbledon singles champion raised her hand to acknowledge the cheers of the crowd.
Okay, the new Wimbledon singles champion raised her hand to acknowledge the cheers of the crowd. Okay? So new Wimbledon singles raised her hand to acknowledge the cheer of the crowd. So express recognition for things. So for example, I acknowledge, okay, that for example, um uh you give gifts to someone. Okay, they will acknowledge you. Okay? Express recognition or thanks. Okay, that is acknowledge. Okay, and there is another word. Okay, can you read this one?
Acknowledged.
Okay, there is a D because it's an adjective. Okay, it's commonly accepted or recognized. Okay, so you can see here the words ends with ed, right? So Bill James is an acknowledged expert on basketball. Okay, so there is an ed because it's an adjective, and you can see here that it's something that is in the past. Okay? So now, can you try to make a sentence using the word acknowledge?
Um, I acknowledge the person who gave me the present.
Okay, great. Yes. Okay, that's good. Okay, next we have another word which is
Agent.
okay, agent. Okay, agent is a noun. Okay, agent is a noun. Sometimes we misunderstood this word as a bad, like something that is bad, right? Okay, so I think you've heard this word already. Okay, I think you've heard. Okay, so now, okay, let's read this. Okay, read the meaning.
A person who acts or does business for another.
Okay. Yes. Okay. A person who acts or does business for another. So the author's agent found a company to publish his latest mystery story. Okay. So now you can see for example um you will do this. Uh you need to do something that is very important. No, I will just give you another example, okay? So that it's easy to understand. So can you see that in the movies, okay, there is the boss. There's like the person is calling to do like, oh, can you do this for me? Doing the business for another. So that's an agent. A person who acts or do business for another. So you are, for example, you are the boss. Okay, you want that person to do something for you, like process documents. Okay, so that person is an agent. Okay, yes. So that person is an agent. So it's a person who acts or does business instead of you doing the business. Or for example, you will go to the government because you need to process your ID. Okay, so you'll ask an agent to do it for you. Okay, so that's the agent. Okay, another meaning of agent is something that brings about a result. Okay, so a new principal can be a powerful agent for a change in a school. Okay, so it's another meaning. So it depends on the sentence. Okay, so for example, okay, something that brings about a result. Can you make a sentence using that meaning?
Um,
Okay. Can you try to make a sentence using the second meaning?
um, this action can be a good agent in this situation.
This what?
This this action can be good agent for this situation.
Okay, it can be because it can bring something about a result. Okay? Yes. Or you can say, um, but we are talking about a noun, okay? So for example, uh, there is a new player in that team. Okay? He will be a good agent to our team. Okay, because it may be like there is a powerful or another result, good result, okay, for the team. Okay, yes. So next, how about the word authority? Okay, we have here authority. Okay, it's a noun. Okay, can you read this one?
The right to give orders, make decisions, or take action.
Okay. So authority, it is a noun, is the right to give orders, to make decision, or take action. Okay, so look at the example sentence. Only the Congress of the United States has the authority to declare war. So this word here is used as a noun. They have the authority, so they have the right to give actions. Okay? They have the right to give actions. Okay? So they are the authority. They have the authority. Okay, so in your school, Suhyun, who was the authority to give orders?
Teacher,
The teacher, okay? The teacher, I think it's just in the classroom, but in the whole school.
principal,
Principal, right? Yeah. He or she has the authority to give orders, okay, or make decisions. Okay. And next we have number two, the meaning of number two there. Can you read? And
an, ex-
the example also.
an expert source of information. The researcher Jane Goodall is the world authority on chimpanzees.
Okay. Yeah. So an expert or expert source of information. So now, the researcher Jane Goodall is the world authority on chimpanzees. So there are many people with authority. With this meaning, you are an expert in such
Chim-
a field. Okay. So for example, you are in authority of this because you are very good in this field. Okay. So in the example here, it's the researcher Jane because he is an expert or she is an expert about chimpanzees. Do you know chimpanzees?
Yeah, kind
Okay.
kind of monkeys.
Yes. Okay. Monkey, something that is monkeys. Okay. Like they are cousins or family of monkeys, right? Okay. So now, um, can you give me or make example sentence of authority?
Mm, for the first meaning or second meaning.
It depends on you which meaning or which sentence or which one do you want. The important thing is you make a sentence, okay?
Um, my mom has the authority to to, to make decisions in my family.
Okay, great. Okay. Okay, I thought it's your dad.
No.
Okay. It's your mom, okay? So, that's your mom is has the final authority. Okay? So, now, okay, great. Next, another word. Okay. Another word is okay. This one. Are you familiar with this word?
No.
Okay, can you read that one for me?
Devastate.
Okay. So, devastate. Okay, devastate is a verb which means to ruin or destroy completely. Okay, to ruin when it's a verb, to ruin or to destroy completely. So read the example sentence here.
Farmers in the Midwest fear that lack of rain will devastate the wheat crop.
Okay. Okay, so farmers in the Midwest fear that lack of rain will devastate the wheat crop. Wheat crop. Okay. So they are worried or they are like scared that yeah. So because when there is a lack of rain, when it's not raining, it will ruin or completely destroy the wheat crop. Okay, so it is used as a verb in here. Okay, another one is devastating. So you can see that there is ing, but the root word of this word is devastate. It comes from the word devastate. So it's a matter of using the sentence. Okay, so devastating is an adjective. It means causing destruction. Okay, so look at the example sentence. Can you read it?
A devastating hurricane destroyed hundreds of homes in southern Florida.
Okay, a devastating hurricane. So devastating, it means the hurricane is causing destruction. So it describes the hurricane. So the word devastating here describes the hurricane. Okay,
Uh,
because it's an adjective. So you know an adjective describes the noun. The noun here is the hurricane. Okay, so devastating hurricane destroyed hundreds of homes in southern Florida. So it means that devastating here is used as causing destruction.
Miss, I don't know the meaning of destruction.
Okay, destruction, it means that causing something that will destroy.
Mm,
Okay, yes, destruction. Okay, so that is devastating. Okay,